Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my main progress series. Over the last week we've been playing a lot on this account, mainly focusing on Slayer. We're getting so close now to 90 and then eventually we're going to get 91 for Cerberus. Now at this point we have pretty much all of the best tasks unlocked in the game, at least for experience, but with the Sins of the Father there's actually a new task, well not really a new task, but an upgrade to an existing task that now makes it actually I think one of the best in the entire game, and that is the Bloodveld. I'm going to be showing you that in a minute. It's actually insanely good for such a low level monster. It is by far the best mid-level Slayer task for experience. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video and let's get started. So I've been slowly chipping away at fishing, kind of just AFKing whenever I get a chance, and we finally made it to 71 fishing, which means we can now 2-tick harpoon if we ever want to get like good fishing experience per hour. That's probably where we're going to end it for now. I think my new AFK task is going to be training agility because the new Sepulchre, I really want to get to higher levels. Okay, speaking of agility, one thing I've been meaning to do for a long time, and I just realized I had the marks to do it, was actually to recolor my graceful set. I believe I want to go with light blue. I think a couple of them look pretty good, but I think we're going to go with light blue, which is the Piscarilius faction color, I think. Oh, it only does one at a time. I wonder if anyone's ever done one of each color. I'm sure that would look terrible, but I think it would be kind of fun. Now we're going to do them all blue. Ooh, that looks so much better. In some ways, it's actually a little unfortunate that graceful is this good because it's just really good everywhere. I mean, whenever anyone's running around, they have graceful on, which is just, I don't know, it gets a little boring after a while. That said, though, I think turning it blue will let me stand out in the crowd, so I won't blend in too badly. Now, we've been saving up our hallowed marks for quite a while. I decided I would skip everything else and go straight for the hallowed ring, as I think that's the only one that actually kind of saves you time. The other ones do, but I haven't really been looting anything other than the one with the vampire dust, which really doesn't fail very often. Actually, I don't think it does ever. So whenever we run into a trap with the hallowed ring, we're not going to take damage anymore, and I'm also pretty sure it saves you a couple ticks as well. So as far as all the items here, I personally think this one is the best. For example here, if we run into the fire, get hit, we don't take any damage, and then we teleport back. Previously, if you remember, your screen would go black. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it puts you back there a couple ticks earlier, which in the end is going to save you a bit of time. Oh, it's got a strange old lockpick actually. That's my first one. I don't think they're worth very much, but you know what, I'll take it. Maybe it's worth a couple 100k, who knows. Alright, the grand reveal. How much is the strange old lockpick even worth? It is worth 150k, actually. That's a bit more than I thought even. Well, this is my first time doing Pyramid Plunder. I just kind of wanted to go try it out, and we got a Thieving level as well. I think this is going to be the way I train Thieving from here on out. It's definitely the most AFK version of Thieving out there, and probably the one I hate the least. Alright, that was raid at number 40, I think? Oh, 41. Okay, we've done more than 40 raids now. 42 is a bunch of nothing still, but 209k worth of random stuff, I'll take it. There's another level I just missed, 77 agility. I'm still quite a ways off 82, which is when this will start to get a little bit less painful. I really am hoping they make the earlier floors of the Sepulchre a bit better. I mean, I'd rather get better experience and less good money, personally. We'll have to see what they end up doing. They are planning on making a few changes soon. Unless something really terrible happens, that will be another 100 hallowed marks, which means we can invest in another item. Might as well, because I'm not really that keen on getting black graceful, and there's not much else to spend the marks on. Okay, I'm definitely going to go for the hallowed symbol next, as really the only thing I'm looting right now is the vampire dust passageway, whatever you want to call it. And as far as I'm aware, it also counts as a Ceradoman symbol, or a Ceradoman item, I should say. Okay, so we're going to take a bit of a break from the Sepulchre, and we're going to do a bit more Slayer. Currently 88 Slayer, about 2/3 of the way there. Currently we're just finishing up a Greater Demon task. This one's actually pretty good. You can get 50k an hour here, even though it's not in a multi-zone, just because you can safe spot them. Another Cannonable task later, and we are done another Suquaz task, bringing this up to about 72% to a level. We are just burning through these cannonballs right now. Dagonoths are a very good task. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit short. Now we are 3/4 of the way to 89. Definitely pretty slow going. Okay, I lied, I did a little bit more fishing, and that's going to get us another fishing level. There are pretty solid fishing requirements for quite a few of the diaries, so it really can't hurt to get your fishing up. Okay, I think this is going to actually be a farming level here. We have been pretty on top of our farm runs recently. That's going to be 93 farming. Only 6 more levels to go. We're well over halfway. And I think we'll probably have this done maybe in a month or two at the rate we're going. Well, that's what you like to see if you're trying to get levels. 238 neck reels. That should get us pretty damn close to 90. Okay, we were at 83%, and that entire task got us 10% to a level, which brings us to 94%. No, I don't burst like this normally. That was just the last one left alive. Finally, we are about to get another Slayer level here. That is going to be 89 Slayer after about 20 hours or something. Okay, so that means we now have 2 more levels to go to Cerberus and over 500k to our next level. I mean, if you're only doing the really good experience tasks, maybe you could get about 50k an hour. Oh, I'm sure people get more than that. But personally, with the time spent banking, getting new tasks, stuff like that, skipping bad ones, I think maybe I could average about 50k an hour. Welp, I have never done Zamorak before, and we ended up getting a drop from one of the fucking minions. We got a Zamorak spear, which is pretty damn rare. It's like 1 in 16k. Not to mention I actually got an elite clue during this trip as well. I know a lot of people kind of badmouth the Zami boss, but as a duo, it's actually pretty good. I think we're going to get pretty close to 30 kills in this trip. And I mean, the Zamorak spear is worth quite a bit. It's nothing to scoff at. That should be about an 8 mil split. Yeah, look at that. That'll pay for a few more cannonballs. Okay, we got another shot at a master, and luckily it's a Faerell of the Bard step. I think I'm only missing one of the requirements, and that one is the fighter torso, which I of course just got as a step. Okay, I need to go do that. A lot of people have offered to help me with it. Man, I really don't want to do it. Okay, so here's the spot I've been cannoning bloodvelds. There's 2 in here. There's regular bloodvelds, and then there are the mutated bloodvelds, which I'm going to try next here. Now, I should have brought my prayer gear, and that's kind of the only reason I am killing the regular ones. Now, on regular bloodvelds, I was getting about 50k an hour without the use of piety, so they're still way better here than anywhere else. Next time I want to try the mutated bloodvelds because they do have more hit points, so I would imagine that would mean a pretty significant increase in Slayer experience. Hey, it finally happened, guys. We got a bottomless compost bucket from Hespori. I think that must be kill count. What, 14? Okay, we got a little bit lucky on that. Unfortunately, it's not worth that much, only about 500k, but it's still another item for the collection log, and it's still kind of fun to get that. Speaking of which, I should really be planting, what is it, the Chrono seed or the Lazarus seed? Ooh, that's my second whip, actually. I think I'm a little lucky on these now. We probably only killed maybe 500, so we gotten 2 whips and 500 kills. That's pretty good. We're still getting used to this. I don't think we're doing this right yet. We're trying to kind of catch them in the middle. Normally I was bringing Smoke Barrage, this time I just brought Ice Barrage to try it out. I would say it's working out okay. One method I've seen somebody do is you stay in the middle here, you aggro as many as you can, and then in between Ice Barrages you use a Sanguinesti staff to just aggro them in, or I guess you could do it with a Trident probably. Looked a little bit more click intensive, but probably more experience per hour. Well, look at that, we're already almost halfway to another Slayer level here. We've been getting pretty lucky with the tasks. I'm pretty sure my last 10 have been pretty much all good experience tasks. I am pretty happy to do more in the Karen dungeon because my Arclight is pretty much out of charges. Oh my god, these are actually so good. We're trying out the mutated bloodvelds. It seems like we found a pretty good position right here, and currently we're getting 75k an hour from a cannonable melee task. That is absolutely crazy, and we haven't gotten a superior yet either. That is actually kind of ridiculous considering that bloodvelds are unlocked at a pretty low level compared to other high experience tasks like that. For example, neck reels, dust devils, you need a higher Slayer level for that. But yeah, these are now like top tier. If you got a couple superiors too, you could probably break 80k an hour easy. Okay, so I finished the task here. We were praying piety the whole time, and we were paying attention. We didn't get a single superior though, and we managed to get 70,000 experience an hour. And from the entire task, I got 35k. That is actually really, really good. This task is way more AFK than a bursting task, for example. I'm getting melee experience, which is something I personally need. Cost-wise, if you're using piety, it's going to be a bit high, but you know what? It's kind of worth it for how good the experience is. Okay, so I'm trying out a new strategy here. We're trying to stay in the middle between the 2 Abyssal Demon spawns, but we're using the Trident on long range to kind of lure them in. I'm having limited success. It's good in a way because you do get to kind of bait them all in without having to move around too much. The issue is that when you aggro them, they do have a chance of teleporting you way over there, which really inhibits your experience rate. Let me know if you know another way that doesn't involve using a second account, because so far this is the best option. Yeah, see, I just got teleported way over there. Oh my god, what happened here? Okay, I guess we killed a superior. I didn't even notice at all. The superiors are not very distinct from the non-superiors, but we got Dust Battle Staff, a totem piece, and there was another totem piece on the ground. That's crazy. That is our second or third Dust Battle Staff, so we've now hit the actual superior drop table at least twice now. Okay, so there's another Abyssal Demon task done. We got really lucky on this one. We got 75k an hour, just because I think we hit 3 superior Abyssal Demons, which gave us a ton of experience. Alright, Necreals is next up here. We are getting continuous experience tasks. Okay, a little break from Slayer here. We're going to get actually another farming level, a big farming level coming in here. That is 94 farming, only 5 more levels to go. I've considered planting regular tree runs just to speed this up, but I don't really know if that's necessary. I'm not in a huge rush to get 99 farming, and doing it this way will save me a bit of money. Alright, there is Necreals done, and we are now 3/4 of the way to level 90, which is going to be an awesome level to get. I never really thought I would get a Slayer level that high. We have a nice cushion of points as well. Man, I'm still not over how good of a task Bloodvelds is now. It's crazy. They're like pretty much just as good as Necreals. During this 1 hour, I managed to get 80k an hour. That was with 1 superior monster, so that was probably the average because it was a task of about 200 anyway. So getting 1 per task is probably fairly average, and 80k an hour from that, that's maybe a little bit worse than Necreals. But 1, it's cheaper, I'm pretty sure. Even using prayer potions constantly is going to be cheaper than ice bursting the entire time. And like I said, it's also really AFK compared to most cannon tasks and compared to bursting, definitely. And on top of that, Bloodvelds are already really common for multiple Slayer Masters, so everyone will have this option once they've done Sins of the Father. And I would highly recommend starting to do your Bloodveld tasks if you're looking to get experience. Okay, so my new strategy is to Ice Barrage once, and then go for 1 auto attack on an Abyssal Demon that is not nearby. And with that, I've actually managed to get around 83k an hour. I mean, we did get 1 superior spawn, but I think I still would have gotten around 70k an hour, which is loads better than what I was getting before. Eventually, you kind of do get the hang of it, and it's not too click intensive. It's actually kind of relaxing in a way. But finally, coming up here, we have an absolutely massive Slayer level coming in. Level 90 Slayer. At this level, we're not actually going to unlock anything new, but that is a massive milestone for the account. 1 more measly level till we can finally kill Cerberus, but that's awesome. 90 Slayer, that's huge. Oh man, it looks nice. 556k to my next level. I think I'll be able to get that probably by the next episode. Okay, so looking at the Slayer monsters here, what do we even have left to unlock? I think there's really just 2 major things. For me personally, that is Cerberus, as well as Hydra. I guess we will have unlocked everything once we get Hydras. But yeah, that's it. So we have 5 more levels till we have every Slayer monster unlocked, and well, 9 more levels till we are maxed. So in this episode, we made a lot of progress for Slayer and our combat stats. We're up to 96 attack, only 3 more levels to 99 attack. We got farming coming up here soon. I'm pretty sure in the next month I'm probably going to hit maybe 3 more 99s, which is really exciting. The way I see this going is I'm going to get max combat, then I will be motivated probably to get the quicker 99s out of the way. So I'll probably do fletching, crafting, herb lore. I'll have the money for it eventually. And at that point, we'll just have the slower skills left, which will suck. But I think I'm maybe motivated enough at that point that, you know what, I could see myself maxing eventually. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, I always appreciate it. If you leave the video a like, and I'll see you next time.